everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would do a planner flip through of my Pression B6 planner. So I use this planner from September 2020 to August 2021. That might seem weird to a lot of my American viewers, but for Canadians, that is when our school year starts, is September. So that's why I like following that lineup, especially because I'm still a student. So let's get started. So I added some decals on the inside here. I have my name. I have a dashboard made of Simply Gilded washi, and I actually ripped out all the months in the beginning because I wasn't using them. And then here's the flip through of my first spread. You can see I actually ripped it, and so I really regret ripping out the months, but it's too late now. So this was my first spread in my Pression. I'm gonna try to remember to say the kits, but honestly I forget a lot of them. So I believe this was from Son of Dash Designs. And originally, before I ripped it, I loved this spread. So you can see here, we had lunch at Eastside's. That was actually just when things started to open up again from lockdown in the pandemic. We were eating outside though, on patios. I don't think indoors was opened quite yet. I also had a picnic here with the MA1s and MA2s. So at that time I was at MA2 in the program. And also I was watching The Boys was on in private practice. So the spread, I'm guessing, is from Sadie Stickers. Usually I can tell because the bottom washi is different. It was Labor Day weekend. This spread looks like it was also from Sadie Stickers, and this is when I started using mandalas and dividers, and I loved it. I decided to start rewatching Haunting of Hill House at this point because Haunting of Bly Manor was coming out. This also looks like it is from Sadie Stickers. So my brother is actually Kyle, and he's in the Navy. So I live in Ontario and he lives in Nova Scotia. That's where he's stationed out. But he actually managed to take a couple weeks off, even during the pandemic. He came here, he quarantined for 2 weeks, and then we were able to see him while he was down, so that was nice. I'm also in love with these stickers here, but I'm not sure who they're from. I think they're from a freebie. But if anyone recognizes these stickers, please let me know because I would love to order more. And now we're starting to get into October. So with October, I did a challenge where I tried to watch a movie every day, a scary movie. Didn't happen, but it happened I think for about 15 days of the month, so about half the month. I also had a get together with my cohort. We went to a patio together, and then we sat by a campfire, socially distanced of course. And then this week is the week I had the scope. So I think this kit was from Glam Planner. I fell in love with it because of the cookies. I love making these cookies every time. So basically this was before my Crohn's diagnosis, but when I started having symptoms. So this was the first scope I had to try to figure out what was going on. So it was not a fun week. Like scope prep, you can see I just watched TV all day and that's all I did. I was up all night sick, and then I had the scope. And then Haunting of Bly Manor came out. I think this kit is from Cozy Paper Co., it looks like. So this was Thanksgiving weekend, so I had Thanksgiving at my mom's. This also looks like it's Cozy Paper Co. You can see I had a pretty lazy week, all the napping stickers. And then this kit was from Simply Beautiful Plans. I am in love with the purple file. I don't know if you can see it really. Oh, this is fun. We, as a cohort, because of like being socially distanced, because at this time at Thanksgiving, that's when things like numbers started to get bad again. And it just became too cold to do like outside distancing things. So we started playing Among Us together. This kit looks like it's from Sadie Stickers. I can see that I was starting to watch Dawson's Creek at that point. And we have the Made in Canada planner sale. It looks like I also went to the drive-in this weekend, so this was probably last time I went to the drive-in in the season. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to go back this year. This also looks like Cozy Paper Co. Oh, this is one. So my partner and I both got sick and we thought we had COVID at this time, so we had to get tested. And you can see like we ordered out all the time because at that point we were out of food and we couldn't leave. We had to stay in our apartment because we thought we had COVID. So we had to order in all our food. And it took a while. Like we didn't end up getting the test back, I think, until Tuesday to find out we didn't actually have COVID. We just caught another virus. But so we were stuck in quarantine for a while. And then I was sick the rest of the week. It looks like my Made in Canada sale order started to come in. Oh, looks like, so this must be the last week in November because decorated tree. My partner, so he's right now, he went to school for accounting and right now he's trying to become an accountant. So he wrote his CFE back in September and then his results were in, he passed. This looks like it's also from Simply Beautiful Plans. So you can see like all the Christmas stuff. So we watched Elf and decorated. I watched Last Christmas. I started wrapping presents. This also looks like it's Simply Beautiful Plans. So this was our 9-year anniversary. My partner and I started dating when we were 16 in high school. And we've been dating ever since. We ended up going to the same university, which was the university closest to our hometown. So yeah, we spent 9 years together this day. We're going on 10 this year. Wrap some more presents this day. So Barb and Terry are my my mother-in-law and her husband. So they live quite a ways from us, about a 4-hour drive. And she has diabetes, so because it's like an autoimmune condition, she's very obviously like it's reasonable, but reasonably worried about COVID, so we didn't see each other this Christmas, so they just ended up coming by and dropping off presents for us, which was nice. So this day I signed up for an online workout program and I really started to get into it, but you'll see in January that I quickly drop off that and I'll get into why. So I think this is also from Dasha Sun Designs. And this is Simply Beautiful Plans. I am in love with this spread. Like, I wish I did this more where I lined them up. And I had the Christmas countdown. Yeah, so you can see Christmas Eve, I spent dinner at my dad's. And then Christmas morning, I had breakfast at my dad's. I have a younger sister who's 6, so I like being there to watch her open presents. Then we had a Zoom call with my partner's parents, just because we wanted to socially distance. And then I had my mom's dinner and breakfast at my mom's. And the shopping was online. At this point, like, things were really bad COVID-wise. So we were just trying to limit to our immediate family, and that's it. So yeah, you can see here I start to get sick. And things get worse with my Crohn's. So I stopped working out. And at this point, I guess next week, so this is New Year's, we just spent it at home. We ordered in sushi, me and my partner, and then it was my dad's birthday, so I went to his place and we watched Wonder Woman 84. This point in the New Year is when my Crohn's got really bad and I essentially just had intense and persistent nausea from now all the way until pretty much July. So it was rough. So you can see here I start to mark that I'm sick. And then basically I just mark, like, because it just didn't become worth it to mark every day being sick, so I just mark the days like I vomited or like couldn't get out of bed, like the really rough days. So this is when school started back up. This week I'm in love with here. I don't know the shop I got this from. This was just a freebie sheet I got from them, these 3 stickers, but I love that I was able to make a whole kit out of this. You can see I was sick every day this week. It was a rough week. So this is from the Coffee Monsters Co. And this is from Simply Gilded. So I think at this time I was ordering Simply Gilded kits. So you can see my mom also has Crohn's and she ended up in the hospital, but she was out just a couple days later. Luckily it wasn't in for a long time. You also see like I start ordering in lots, and that's just because like I felt so shitty, like I couldn't cook anymore. Like it was a very rough period of my life. I don't know how I managed to get through it. So this is Valentine's Day week. So Valentine's Day, I did some baking, watched some movies with my partner. I think we watched John Wick, and we had some charcuterie. It was also my brother's birthday's on Valentine's Day. Like I said though, he's in Nova Scotia, so I didn't get to see him. Looks like WandaVision was also out at this time. This spread I'm in love with. So I didn't really like Wonder Woman 84. Like I found it was kind of cheesy. But I am in love with the spread. The colors of the spread is just so vibrant. And I think it also, like, it's a nice way to mark. It's my sister's birthday this week, and she loves the movie, and that just makes me happy that she can look up and see this, like, powerful superhero woman. So yeah, it's a special week for me. It's also a special week, so it was reading week this week. So luckily I had the week off. And I didn't mark it Monday, but I started having some back pain, but I was just like, I don't know, I just pulled something, slept on it weird, whatever, like, it's whatever. Didn't mark it. Tuesday, back pain continued, so I decided to mark it. And you can see it continued every day. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I was in so much pain, like, I couldn't go lie down in bed, like, I just had to lie on the couch, like, I couldn't sit up. Like, it was rough. And then so Monday I decided to go to the doctor, and turns out I actually had a kidney infection, and it wasn't my back, it was my kidneys were infected. So I'm glad that I finally went to the doctor and figured that out. And the rest of the week was basically just, now we're back in the semester, but I was in a lot of pain, so I spent just the rest of the week pretty lazy. I also had a scope that week. So yeah, we decided to do another scope just because at the first scope, they only found inflammation in my colon, but because I was having the intense nausea, they decided to do another scope to see if they could find inflammation also like in my small intestines or in my stomach or something, just to see what was going on. So I have this kit from Simply Gilded. You can see again, pretty lazy week. Again, like it was just a rough semester and I was just not doing well. I'm not sure where this kit is from, but it's really cute. So my mom had surgery this day. Luckily, it was just like a minor surgery. This is from Simply Gilded. Again, you can see I was sick. Looks like things finally started to open again. So I think they opened briefly in March, and we'd go to a patio because it was pretty warm then, that we could go to a patio. Oh, it looks like we watched Falcon and Winter Soldier and Justice League. We went to another patio. And then this is my birthday week. So I had my 26th birthday. I had an appointment. We also did trivia night that night. It was just online, but it was a lot of fun. And ordered in. We went to the keg. And then my dad had a barbecue. And my friend visited. So like things were open up at this point again, but things actually ended up like shutting down the week after just because numbers climbed again and we entered our third wave at that point. So basically what happened here was I was looking through my kits and I was like, oh man, I still have winter kits. So let's quickly use them. I think this is from Marl's Designs. I wish I discovered Marl's Designs earlier because I think her kits are perfect for print pressions. So I wish I kind of discovered them earlier. And then we get into Easter, so that's why I switched from from winter to Easter. I had to use up that kit. So we had a Jackbox night with friends. I also have chronic headaches, so sometimes I mark those. Luckily, the year before, my headaches were so bad, I had about 20 headaches a month. So 20 out of 30 days I'd have a headache. Luckily, I went to physio, I got on medication for it, and I managed to cut it down to only once per week, which has been a significant improvement. It's still a lot to have one a week, but it's so much better now. We have another Simply Gilded kit. And Sadie stickers. So now we're in spring. So basically what happened with all my spring kits was previous to Pression, I was using standard TNs, and that's how I was planning. And once the pandemic happened, I went crazy with online shopping and ordered a whole bunch of kits. But understandably, shops were significantly delayed just because there was an increase in shopping at that time, and postal services were delayed because of the pandemic. So I didn't end up getting all the spring kits until months later. So then I had to wait to use them a year later. Oh, and at this point, so I got sick again. I thought I had COVID. Basically, so I woke up sick, decided to go get the COVID test, and when I got there, they take your vitals and stuff, and my heart rate was really fast. I had low blood oxygen levels, so they're like, you have to go to the hospital. So I ended up in the hospital this day. Luckily, the COVID test came back much faster, and it was negative this time, but I still spent the rest of the week just sick in bed. I probably just caught another virus. Started to watch Veronica Mars. There's this kit from Cozy Paper Co., which I'm in love with. It's just so pretty. Again, so the rest of my summer sucked. I was sick still at this point. We're only in May, just starting May at this point, so I was still very sick at this point. I also love this kit from Cozy Paper Co. It's just so pretty. At this point, I finally started to see a therapist because my physical health was suffering for so long, and I really pushed myself this semester to try to finish. And the summer I just completely burnt out, and mentally I was just so done. So I started to see a therapist at this point. I think this was from Gabriella Elena Designs. I think I picked it up during the PGP conference. Oh, at this point. So at this point, we were looking for a new apartment, me and my partner. I didn't mark the other apartments we went and saw just because things were moving so fast. We would see an apartment and then we'd put in an application and it would be gone already. We were having such a hard time, but we finally managed to see an apartment right away, and then we got the apartment, and now I'm living there and I'm absolutely in love with it. We also went tubing this day. So where my dad lives, there's a river where you can go tubing for a couple hours, so we went there. I'm guessing then at this point, if I started seeing my dad again, that things opened back up and lockdown was over. Yeah, I'm guessing so because my friend visited. Loki started. This was a fun weekend to a rough summer. I went and saw my friend on campus and we got ice cream, and then my other friend came over and we watched scary movies. And then I planned with my friend just over Zoom. And this looks like it's from Sadie Stickers as well. So yeah, I started seeing a dietitian, I had counseling, doctors. like now I started to get in a routine of seeing, like doing more than just being at home and in bed all day. So that did help improve my mental health quite a bit. So I think this is, oh, we must have ordered in, but I was gonna say no, we ordered in for Royal Electric, but I think at this point restaurants started to open up. Yeah, we visited my father-in-law. Oh, skipped a week. So this was my partner's birthday, so we ordered in. And then here is moving week, I think. Oh no, sorry. Packing, not moving. It was my mom's birthday though. Got my second vaccine. I also love this. Like again, like I didn't have like bottom washi with this kit, but I just love how it turned out. So, oh, we got this is moving week. So we got the keys to the new place this day, and it was a little tight. So basically what happened was they were renovating the place. That's why we were able to get in so early, is because there was like no pictures. Like it sounded really sketchy, but there's like no pictures online. It was just a random place and it wasn't advertised anywhere. And we decided to go see it, and it actually turned out to be really nice, but they were still renovating it, so we just decided to trust the landlord, and we lucked out because he turned out to be amazing. And so we went and picked up the keys to the new place, but they weren't done yet, and we were moving in the next day. So it was a little iffy, but they managed to finish up that night, and then we moved in. Although it was a rough day, I was feeling really sick that day. Started unpacking, and that's how we kind of spent our week, was unpacking. Oh, and then this is where we went to a patio with my partner's boss and his girlfriend, or a fiance now. They actually just got engaged. So basically now is when I'm still sick at this point, but I'm getting better. Like the nausea, I'm not feeling shitty every day. So now for August, I'm starting to do things. So the August long weekend, we went up to my mother-in-law's place. So she has a trailer and a house that are pretty close to each other, like less than 30 minutes. So in the summers, they go stay at the trailer. So we went and stayed at the house so we could still be socially distanced, but then we could visit each other outside while we were waiting in between. And we went to a lot of places. Like we went to this place for lunch for charcuterie, and we went on some brewery tours. She also has a hot tub. It was a Made in Canada sale this day too. And then we played bingo with the Made in Canada sale. We also visited his aunt because she lives up there. And then we came home this day. And then now you can see, like, yeah, I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to work out, like, doing more in the day. You can see we kind of had a nice day. We went to the mall, so that was the first time I went to the mall since before COVID. I think last time I went was Christmas 2019 for the first time. Then I also went thrift shopping, and it was so nice to be clothing shopping in person. We went to a patio. I ended up feeling sick anyways, but it was fun while it lasted. Oh, and we went to the movies. So Free Guy, so at this point things were back open and movies started to open up again. And the summer before, movie theaters were still open, but we just didn't feel comfortable at that time. But now with having 2 doses, we felt comfortable going to the movies. And then this week we went to Ottawa. Well, we went to Ottawa first. My partner's sister lives there. And then we drove over to Quebec. So we went to Ottawa and had fine trip going there. Thursday, though, when we drove from Ottawa to Quebec, our car broke down twice. We had to get a tow truck and a mechanic to fix it. And it was a long trip. It should have, like... We had like a nice breakfast this morning. We were planning to get on the road. We're like, we're great. We don't have to be there until 4 because that's when check-in was for the place we were staying, and we're like, we're gonna make this, we have so much time, and then we didn't end up getting there until 9 p.m. So it was a bit of a rough go. And then the place we stayed had a pool. We went to the falls. We went on hiking in Quebec City. Then we traveled home. It was my brother's birthday that day. And this trip just killed me. So I think at this point I was good. And then the next week I ended up so sick again. I actually ended up back in the hospital, sick, not from like COVID, like from my Crohn's. Like I ended up really sick, and since then it's been a bit of a rough go, but I'm on new medication and I'm hoping that'll help soon. So you can see, yeah, I was planning to go, like my cohort was planning a thing to celebrate because a lot of my friends had defended at this point. Unfortunately, like with my Crohn's, it pushed back my defense date until December, but we're still planning to go to celebrate, but at this point I was just so sick I couldn't. Yeah, and this is the last week of August. So that's a flip through of my print Pression. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I was sick for most of it, so my plans weren't that exciting this year, as well as it was COVID, so we didn't go out and do much. But I hope you enjoyed this flip through and got to see kind of my planning style, what it's like. You can see here that it was just mostly my plans outside of school. So I have 2 planners, one for school and one for outside of school. I like keeping them separate just because both keep my lives really busy, and with school I like to track everything I do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, you can like the button down below. You can also subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching.